Hello and welcome, my beautiful Pisces, my mermaids and mermen, my sea sponges of the sea, my fellow Pisces. This is our daily vibe message from our guides today for June the 21st. I decided to use one deck, and I'm using the Queen Moon Oracle deck. So the first card we've got is assessing, and again, I love how all these cards, I randomly come out of the deck and they all correlate to this reading, and you hear me say this millions of times, but it still amazes me every time. So this is assessing, and assessing means we're looking at a situation, we're perceiving something. Okay, it's time to assess our current position. We must make sure our blind spots are revealed and we are honest with others and ourselves. Sometimes the hard decision is the best decision, and we should be able to assess and move quickly based on that assessment. So we need to enjoy change. We need to embrace it. We need to know that we're moving on because we're choosing to do it for the better. Maybe we've begun our journey now, and it's time to assess where we are and what to do next. And we have made a decision, perhaps. We have worked and walked the path for some time, and yet we understand that in every journey, it's a wise action to check the map. Sometimes we're going along a pathway and we keep going, even if it seems like that way is no longer the right way for us. Sometimes we feel we have gone too far to turn around, and so we settle on a journey and destination that doesn't really suit us or satisfy us. But if we had just had some courage, right? And we could have reassessed as we went and perhaps ended up somewhere else, somewhere better. So this is our message, that now's the time to look carefully at all aspects of our life, especially the areas in which we have set some intentions or goals to go towards. We need to ask ourselves, do I still want these things? Do I still want the same end result? If the answer is no, ask yourself what you can do to maintain momentum and head towards what you really do desire. What is it you really want? Sometimes it doesn't seem terribly glamorous. Assessment has a high payoff for us if we bother to even do it well. Doing it well means we really look, and we look hard at how things are going. All of us have some kind of blind spot, so it's worth exposing this by consulting a trusted, maybe a friend, or finding where negative repeating patterns are in our life and looking for that root cause, and shining that light on that blind spot and taking action to shift it in one of life's big catalysts for change. So this is about change. This is about us assessing. This is about us making up our mind to do something new. If we're not happy today in a situation that we're in, or our job or career, relationship, even where we live, we might be assessing that and coming up with a good solution, another option. Now, coming in with that, we've been given the awakening, and we all know that this is the Hangman. And, this is all about a pause in action and taking your time and looking at things from a bigger, broader perspective, but still maintaining who we are, standing in our authenticity, not changing anything about ourselves or settling or trying to be a people pleaser here. We're definitely thinking about a move here, something different. We're embracing our own uniqueness and, bringing that balance into our lives in a healthy way. We're working for our higher good now, and it's important that we make these changes a priority in our lives today, okay? Coming in next, we've got the card accepting. So we've got assessing, and now we've got accepting. So we're being given something here, something to accept, something that is being generously and graciously handed to us. And it almost looks like the hand of the divine. Acceptance of the current situations is the first step to change. The past does not exist. The future hasn't happened, and there's only one right now, right? So when we examine our lives and engage in some truth-telling, we are often confronted with what really is. And this realization is powerful, but often we reject this truth if it's too hard for us to bear, or we are afraid of accepting something so different and so difficult. Each of us sometime has dodged our blind spots and then had the illumination of what actually is eventually confront us. What we do next is crucial. Do we accept exactly where we are, no matter how painful or confronting, or do we retreat back into our illusions and remain stuck or unchanging? Choosing to accept ourselves fully and the position we are in enables us to take the next step towards our growth. When we can plant our feet solidly into the earth and say, yeah, here is exactly where I am, and I accept this fully, then we can take the next steps confidently, honestly, and powerfully towards where we wish to head. So accepting where we are right now in its fullness allows us to accept that there may be some chaos in our change before there is full order again. This can be an exciting feeling rather than one that generates fear if we hold our new intentions clearly. So we've assessed the situation. We've thought about something. We may be wanting to change things massively in our life and move to something different. So let's embrace it. Let's not be afraid of it. Let's move towards it with anticipation and excitement and that feeling that it's going to be the best thing that ever happened to us. We've got the Seven of Earth, and the Seven of Earth says, you've done something right here. You've planted your seeds. You made an investment into something. And again, you're taking an assessment of what you've done. Don't question your motives. Don't doubt yourself here. What you've done is right, okay? Just have patience. You could be waiting for something to come in. The Seven of Earth is that card that says you could be anticipating and waiting for something to happen, and now you're worried because you haven't heard about it, and it hasn't arrived yet, and you start presuming and assuming that things aren't going to work out. Okay, this is slow and steady movement. Okay, this is the opportunity for a little time off, maybe too, while you're waiting for something to happen. You're reviewing your options, but know that persistent pays dividends here. So just accept the way things are right now, because I see things are going to improve for us big time. Coming in next, we've got fruition. Well, didn't I say that? I said something was going to happen here, right? And I saw a good thing. Here it is, fruition. So, this is, a really, really good card here of, stepping up to the plate and realizing that our hard work and effort has paid off. Right? When we talk about the harvest moon, we think of that, right? So as the seasons turn, there is always a time when all the potential of spring beginnings is to manifest. The crops grown tall and are ready to harvest, and they have done this from a field that has been planted well. So, when we're able to bring something to fruition, whether it is planting, a proper or, a project or a change in ourselves, it's a perfect time to celebrate all that we are grateful for and to mark our achievements. We may have worked very hard to bring this new situation into reality, and we may have been patient in the way we have worked overtime and sacrificed much to make it happen. The Harvest Moon card here is a time to be happy about our success and to share it with others. Our ancestors would be happy for us and be watching down on us as we take on this new project that going towards our goals. It's a time of high energy, and also times to really focus on our body, as they can be quite taxing, any of these things that are going on in our lives. So pay attention to our health as well. If we don't take care, this is often the time when we might slip and fall or become ill. So this is about, seeing fruition come in, seeing success come in, but also being mindful of time management, that we're not pushing ourselves too hard. Because remember, we are the sensitive fish, okay? We have that sensitive skin, and scales and whatever we want to call it. But the fish are very sensitive, and we live in water, and water softens us, right? So this is about you being careful, mindful of pushing yourself to a certain point, because you're so enthused and enthralled about receiving this fruition coming in. You could be overworking yourself. So it's just something to think about today, okay? Do your time management today. Five of Water, what are you thinking about, my fellow Pisces? Are we disappointed? Are we feeling regret? And this is crying over spilt milk. This is a Five of Water. Thinking about the past, thinking about the disappointments, being afraid that they're going to repeat themselves. Okay, so let's just be patient today. We've done our investment. We've done our assessment. We've accepted where we are right now. It's taking us time. We know that here. So let's just let the past go and start living in this moment right now. Well, my beautiful fellow Pisces, this is your general daily vibe from your guide's message for today. And I wish you a great remainder to today, and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, and successful one. And know that I send you lots of love and many blessings. See you soon, my beautiful fellow mermaids and mermen.